Welcome, I'm Bethany Hadfield, quantum healing hypnosis practitioner, and I'd like to thank you for watching my video. I'm really happy that you're here to hear about this Scorpio full moon and eclipse season that we've got. So I'm just going to give a bit of an update about what the current energies are, and this can be helpful just for anybody that's going through personal transformation, which is a big theme for this Scorpio season. And just to basically know that, the time that we're in, it's not unusual that everybody is going through a lot of very deep inner personal transformation. So welcome. And so I'm just going to speak to the energy a little bit and then go into a guided meditation. So it's my gift to you for this Scorpio season. I usually do the new moon ceremony, but this time I'm doing the full moon, or coming up to the full moon, on the 8th of November. And I've been a little bit busy with my birthday celebration, but I do understand this energy very well, so I hope that you find it insightful. So speaking of insight, Scorpio is all about deep insights and the truth, digging and investigating for the truth. It's very potent energy, it's very powerful, very deep. Scorpios are known for having a sting in the tail, and what that really is it's just that very, very potent, powerful energy that the Scorpio has. It's very intense. Anybody who knows me or knows a Scorpio knows that I can be very intense, or that it is a very intense energy. Very deep. It's very all about the psyche. Pluto is the planet that does rule Scorpio. It was previously ruled by Mars, though, so there is a bit of that fighter energy in the Scorpio energy as well. So yeah, what that really means, though, for this particular point in time, now there's a few things going on here as well, because we do also have the eclipse that's happened. We've had the partial eclipse, which was on the 25th of October, and the full eclipse, which is coming up on the full moon in the 8th of November. So this, and now this is an eclipse in Scorpio, the most intense sign of all of the signs. And so this is really, really calling for us to let go and purge or detox, because Scorpio is all about transformation, death, and rebirth. And this is a very, very powerful season for this, because there's a few reasons for it. But one is that it is this eclipse that we've got going on, which is really highlighting the depths in Scorpio. And then the other one is that to put it into perspective of where we're at in the bigger scale or bigger picture of things, is that we've come out of a very a reset, which was 2020, 2021, and it is really been a reset, and there's been a big shakeup of all of the energy, and it's been like a rewiring, an opportunity for rewiring. And this is why there's been this huge rise in psychedelics in the past, since coming back, since everything's come back, because it works in the same way in the brain. What it actually does is it's a reset for the neural pathways of the brain. And so this is what has happened, and this is this Uranus energy, which is the shock. It's the coming into this age of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus. It's this shock, sudden change, and this is what we've gone through. And so this is why shock therapy, which is where they send shocks to the brain, it's the same thing. It's getting the neurons of the brain to fire in new ways so that we can create new patterns. And Scorpio is all about cycles, particularly the ending and beginning of cycles. So what we're this time really is so because we've gone through as a collective, as a complete collective of humans, this shock, it is now an opportunity to start again and start fresh with these new patterns and new cycles. But in order for that to happen, we also have to let go. And this is a really big theme for Scorpio, particularly with an eclipse. So with that, there is a lot of also deep diving. And it is also a lot about reassessing, but at the same time, it's a rebirth. So it's about finding what it is that we want to be doing and getting more and more in alignment with that. So with this particular point in time that we've got right now with this Scorpio is really going through the very, very deep, tough, what would you call it, trials, challenges, inner turmoil. It's challenging. It's a very challenging energy because it previously ruled by Mars and Pluto. It's all about transformation. So that is very, very, it's change, which can be very, very challenging. And so we're having to also learn to very much surrender and go with the flow a lot more. And so there are a few ways that we can do this. Meditation is one. But I think it's too about finding what works for you. And that's actually probably the most important thing out of all of this, is that we are coming into a time when we have to learn for ourselves what works best for us. How do we get into alignment with ourselves and what our heart's desire is, and getting into that flow state? What brings us joy? So now Scorpio is very deep, it's very dark, it goes into that netherworld to really go searching. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be all bubbly and nice, it just has to be real and true. So yeah, it's very much this kind of energy, and yeah, what we can take from that is that Scorpio is really very intense, and it wants to find what the truth is. So we can find that we're going through these very, very deep soul-searching moments where it can almost be very critical, a bit like the Virgo energy, but it's the unseen world. So Scorpio is all about the unseen. It's very dark and deep. It also, what Scorpio does is it pulls in because it investigates and it goes deep into everything. So it is actually pulling all of the information in, and this is what creates the potency and the sting and the tail, because it's this processing of pulling in all of the energy and taking it all in and processing it, transforming it, and then turning it into light. And so this is like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And so that's what we're doing at the moment. It's a detoxification. And so, but in order to go through that transformation and that change, it's icky, it's dirty, it's uncomfortable, it's toxic. But the plus side to it is that we come out lighter in the end. So if you are going through some challenging times, or if there's any sort of difficulty in your life, then just know that this is not only you, and we are actually all going through this personally on some level as well, because this is the time that we're in, and we're feeling it more intensely now more than ever before, because it's brand new and we're moving into a new paradigm. So we're moving into a new level of existing in this reality which there's no room anymore for anything that is not in alignment with the divine. And so that's why as well this is so intense, because that's what we're purging in this particular season, because it's the South Node eclipse in Scorpio. So it's like massive transformation. Very, very, yeah, just very, very deep transformation. Now, some people might be just cruising through, people that are already in alignment, that's fine. But anything, especially to do with ego, and in particular, old world, which is pre-COVID. So anything that was, part of that old system of living, that old matrix system that was just, taking, and it was just very ego based, and it was just a different time. In fact, it doesn't even need to be necessarily negative. It just is what it was. And that's part of the evolution. But we've now moved into another time where we need to, it's changed. And so it's about living more in alignment with, in particular, Mother Earth. But that's actually just more in alignment with ourselves, because it's all the same thing. So becoming more aware of how to be more in alignment. And so that's why this shakeup has occurred, because anything that is not going to be in alignment, it's going to have to go. And but with that, because that is a rebirth, there is this time of, it's almost like scrambling. There's a lot, because it's like everything's opened back up again. And yet this time it's after a reset. So everything is new again. And that means that we've got lots of choice. So it's about finding what it is that aligns with you. Where does your energy vibrate? And what comes into that vibrational field? And what leaves your vibrational field? And that's this processing that we're going through in this season very intensely. So it's very strong. So particularly for me, being with so much Scorpio, and it's just, yeah, really feel, because it's a water sign, it's all about emotion and feeling. So it's very much about, feeling the energy of what's coming in and what's leaving, and anything that's not in alignment will leave. But it's also about whatever does come into your life and whatever does happen, really paying attention to why it happened and what vibration you are in that has pulled that into your field of existence, and what you can get from that. So this is the Scorpio energy. Yeah, very, very deep, and I think that it's very profound times that we're living in. We're very, it's not easy. It's not easy. But that's what we also signed up for, coming into this reality at this time. The other side to that, though, is that we do also get to experience the other side of that extreme, which is synchronicities and magic and just absolutely beautiful moments. And even with strangers, that is happening more and more and more. And this is what we're moving towards. This is this telepathy, which is again very Scorpio as well. It is coming into a time where, as a humanity, because there's less of that ego, or less of that veil, that matrix where we're shut down and just in this system where we're shut off, that is what is lifting. And so we're coming into this time where there is more connection between each other and also, of course, with ourselves. So that's why we're going through this big purging and detox that is particularly highlighted with the current energies. And Scorpio, it's very deep. it's really wanting to shake things out in a very deep, powerful way, and it's not afraid. It's about being strong, very, very strong, and uh, because Scorpio, it keeps going. It's the one that it doesn't give up. That's why Scorpios are known to be very loyal, because they just keep going and going and going, and they don't stop until they know that they've really given it everything. So that's very persistent. It's very persistent energy. But at the same time, this Scorpio, it is also about learning to let go, which can be highlighted at the moment of what do you notice in your life that is needing to be let go. So this is a really great opportunity to take some time to think about what it is that is coming into your life, but also what you're noticing is being let go of. And it can also be parts of yourself. What is it that sticks around? Or what is it that you want to keep doing? And really paying attention to that, because this is the indication. These are the indicators for you. And that is what will help with self-mastery. That's really what self-mastery is becoming very, very aware of how your energy is affecting what you create or the world around you. And so this is what we're all doing as a collective together. And this is how we can also create, you know, a really, really beautiful world to live in. And I think it's happening regardless, because, you know, this is just the realm that we're moving into. So it's very exciting. It's a very exciting time to be alive. I hope that you're feeling excited as well. So what I'm going to do now, that's essentially this full moon energy in Scorpio. We're fully into this Scorpio energy now, but what I would invite you to do, if you feel called to, is we can go through a guided meditation together. So if you would like to, you can get nice and comfortable, find a nice quiet space where you can just relax and follow my voice, and just allow the meditation to give you whatever it needs to give you. So if you want to prepare with pen and paper, or have you know, a device ready to go that you want to write some things out afterwards, you can take this as an opportunity to set that up. Okay, so what I'll get you to do is just sit comfortably or lie down comfortably, and we'll go through the meditation together. So taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, holding it at the top, and releasing all the way out. And we'll do 3 breaths of these. Breathing in through the nose, hold at the top, and release out the mouth. And one more in through the nose, holding at the top, and release out the mouth. And I'd like for you to just follow my voice as we go deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. Just following your breath as you notice going in and out without any sort of pressure. Letting any tension go, and taking this time to just relax. Letting the breath flow in and out without any effort. Just feeling that flow going in and out. You may like to imagine that as you're breathing in and out, you see it as a stream of light or water flowing down through the top of your head, down through your body, out through your feet, and back up again with every breath that you take. And with every breath that you take, feeling this flow, this currency of light flowing up and down through your body in ease, you begin to notice that as it flows through you, you feel very, very relaxed and energized. You can feel this flow of light going from the top of your head all the way through, flowing with ease. And allow this flow to continue through your body, noticing all of the different parts of your body as it flows. You may like to associate a color with this flow, watching it go all the way down your face, through your head, down through your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your arms, out your fingertips, out to your palms or your hands, into the space around you. Notice how it connects you to the space around you. Notice how you expand your energy out as you go, allowing this flow. Notice it in your heart, following the breath in and out through the heart. See how it connects you to the space around you. Notice how it feels in that space in the middle of your chest. And just allow that flow. And as you're allowing that flow in your heart, take notice of how your heart feels. Take notice, go deep, deep into that heart space. Go even deeper and deeper into the heart, following it all the way down nothing escapes. You can see your heart completely. And as you look at this space and notice how it feels, notice what it is that is toxic. Notice anything that feels heavy or painful. Allow yourself to feel it. Expand it even bigger and amplify that pain. You don't have to know exactly what it is and where it came from. Just pay attention to how it feels. Acknowledge that it's there. And now I would like for you to imagine wrapping that pain or that toxicity in a bright white light. Engulf it in white and golden light. Let the rest of your bright white heart that you have dug all the way deep down into engulf any pain in a bright, bright light white. And as you engulf it with this beautiful white light, this very, very powerful light, whatever it is that needs to be let go of, forgive it. Send it love. And let it go. And as you notice that you have forgiven yourself and anybody else that has been involved in this pain, allow the light of your heart to completely dissolve any pain or any toxicity that is no longer in alignment with your heart. And as you do this, notice how much brighter your whole being becomes. And as you zoom back out, pay attention again to that heart space and notice how it feels now. Notice how it feels a little lighter than it did before. Expand that into the stomach, the hips, your back, and all the way up through the spine, up through the rib cage, all the way back up through the chest, up your shoulders. Feel it pulling all the way up through the back of the neck, up through the back of the head, up through the top of your head, and all the way out through the top of the head. Sending it out back to the universe for healing. And follow that beautiful stream of white light out the top of your head. Allow it to go out through the top of your head. And as you notice this space above your head, allow any beautiful white light to come back down into your being, filling all of the cells of the body, all the way to the tips of your fingers and toes, with white light. Allow this flow of bright energy to fill the cells of all of your being, so that you can emanate this beautiful glowing light. And as we begin to come back again, you can shut down the space above your head so that it is comfortable for you to continue. You can encase your whole being with this white light and keep it within your field, within your body, within your heart. And on the count of 3, bring your awareness back into the space around you, back into the room. 1, lightening up, noticing that you're becoming more aware of the sounds in the room and outside of the room. 2, waking up. You can open your eyes, become very, very aware of the space around you, of your body. And 3, wide awake and feeling wonderful all over. So I hope that this meditation has brought you into a lighter space, and that you have a beautiful, blessed Scorpio season and can feel the flow and beauty of life. Wishing you all the best for the Scorpio season, and I'll see you again in my next video.